Hello, everyone. I am Gertrude Sachekar. As a professional, I have the best of two worlds. On one hand, more than 20 years of experience in the financial industry, and on the other, the skills and superpowers of an associate certified coach. I specialize in leadership, emotional intelligence, and positive intelligence. Today, we're going to talk about how to take control of your destiny and shift your mindset and make choices. I'll start with an introduction, then I'll talk about feeling powerless, 4 questions to shift your mindset, and then the key takeaways. Recently, one of my clients told me that she never felt she could control her own destiny. In her mind, life events happened without any influence from her. One reason for this belief was that she grew up without financial stability, leading her to create a story of how only people with money had choices. However, my client went to college, worked in government for many years, and is now in a leadership position in the private sector. To an external observer, my client escaped her circumstances and broke the cycle of financial instability. Statistically speaking, she would not have gone to college, she would have a minimum wage job, and would have been doomed to repeat the cycle. Yet, she cannot see the choices she has in front of her. Even the ones she made, like going to college, felt to her as if someone else was choosing on her behalf. At some point in our lives, we have felt completely powerless. For some, this feeling is temporary, driven by specific events. For others, it is the story we created, either learned from the adults around us or as a form of self-preservation. In her book, The Choice, Dr. Edith Eger writes that when we feel we have no control over our circumstances, when we believe that nothing we can do alleviate our suffering or improve our lives, we stop taking action on our own behalf because we believe there is no point. I appreciate that many of us still feel our choices are extremely limited or non-existent. Some of us, like my client, may think that we do not have enough money to truly have choices, like leaving our job to pursue our passion. Others may believe they cannot bring their entire self to all aspects of life, including work, because of the fear of not belonging. What can we do to shift our mindset and take control of our own destiny? We could start by reflecting on these 4 questions. First, what do you want? I'm the first to admit that every time I receive this question, I struggle. I'm afraid of others' judgment when they hear what I really want. What if I don't achieve it? Will their idea of me deteriorate? Something similar happened with my client. When I asked her, what do you want? She could only give me the cookie-cutter, safe response related to her work goals, the things she was quite confident she could actually get. She, like many of us, felt that wanting more than she could safely achieve was too risky. After all, in her mind, she only had limited choices. Dr. Eger writes, the problem and the foundation of our persistent suffering is the belief that discomfort, mistakes, disappointment signal something about our worth. No wonder we keep our desires in the safe zone of achievable. Next is, who wants it? This is a loaded question and our struggle to understand our own expectations for ourselves versus trying to live up to others' expectations of us. For some people, this could become an impossible choice. Do I pursue my own happiness at the cost of damaging the relationship with my family? Or do I meet their expectations, at least now, and renounce to or delay my own happiness? The awareness I want to bring is that there is always a choice. I will repeat, there is always a choice, and with each choice, there is a result. What is the result that you want to have at this moment? Third is, what are you going to do about it? There are 2 possible answers to this question in the present moment: nothing or something. We can discover the answers in questions 1 and 2 and decide to do absolutely nothing about it. And doing nothing is a choice. We could also decide to do something, to take some action, even if a small step, towards what we want or what others want for us. And doing something is also a choice. Last question, when are you going to start? Like the previous question, there are two possible answers to this one, now or later. Some of you may be thinking, what about never? Well, never means that you would not take any action ever, which is starting in action now. As we increase our self-awareness, access our intuition, and fine-tune our gut feeling, we will come to sense the appropriate timing for things. Sometimes it is better to do something now and revisit later. Other times, we want to start action now to see how things go. We have much more freedom than we think. We have choices, yes, in plural. The biggest obstacles we all face live within us. They limit our ability to see the choices in front of us. As long as we are alive, we are always choosing to act or to stand still, to take responsibility or to blame others, to focus on the present or to relive the past, to take risks or to stay safe. We can choose to go through life fixing what is broken, pushing our feelings to the very bottom of our being, and constantly proving ourselves. Or we can choose to be fully alive, knowing that we are a work in progress, constantly learning and improving, that feelings are not fatal and only temporary, and to accept and love ourselves for who we really are, human, imperfect, and whole. Recall one of your deepest desires, the one you are too afraid to say out loud, even in the privacy of your own home. What are your choices? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for listening. Please include your responses in the comments. And for more content, remember to subscribe to my channel. See you again soon.